Hi guys, I'm just going to go over a couple of more wee pointers with the lat pull down. So first off, a lot of folk have been asking every week what grip, underhand or overhand. There's no correct grip, they're both fine. But for a point of reference, like a chin up is when your palms are facing towards you, and a pull up is when your palms are facing away from you. So because we're trying to progress towards chin ups, it's probably better to do your lat pull downs with the palms facing you. This version's a little bit easier as well, and the reason for that is because it brings in your biceps more basically. So the pull up and the wide grip overhand lat pull down isolates your lats a wee bit more, the big muscles in your back. But because it isolates them, you can't get the benefit of the biceps the same, so it's harder. So logically, like it's almost like a pull up could be an eventual progression once you're mastered or got really good at chin ups. So if we go with the underhand grip, incidentally, there's not one better than the other. There's a bit of a myth that an overhand wide grip builds your lats more than an underhand palm facing grip, but that's not the case. Like science has kind of done loads of studies on EMG activities of the muscle recruitment and stuff, and so you won't get any benefits on the lats most when you will underhand grip. Whether you go, it doesn't really matter. The benefit you will get though is just changing the positions of the movement is just maybe just good for just overall general shoulder health and back health. But when it comes to the context of what we're doing, most folks should be focusing on the underhand version. The next thing to remember is adjust this to your needs. So the idea is that this creates a sort of nice sort of firm pivot for you. So if it's too high and you're quite small, it might not be enough. Equally, if you're quite large, big legs or you're tall, you might need to increase the height of this. So it just depends. Okay. Then from there, the other thing I just wanted to go over is just to recap. So remember, you're going to pull from your lats first. So before you bend your elbows, engage the lats there. Okay, so that wee small movement there is you engaging through the lats. Then you pull down. Keep your chest up. I keep telling folk to push their chest up towards the anchor point on the cable there, because it's a really good cue to actively push up, especially the closer the bar comes towards the top of your chest. So as you're coming down with the bar, actively push your chest up. And what that does, it just helps keep your shoulders in the right position. Towards the end of the set, right, your set finishes, if you're aiming for, let's say you're aiming for 6 or 7 or 8 reps, whatever, you don't have to, don't just do those reps like regardless of your form. So if you're having to do this to get there, then this is what's commonly happening with people. That's incorrect. So you only pull the bar down as far as you can while keeping this position here. So if you get to here and it's just getting too hard, too heavy, that's it. That's the end of the rep, right? You then just put the bar up and your rep's done. And then to continue, you would need to reduce the weight a wee bit. What I don't want to see is this, right? It's not a row, right? Even although I'm still keeping my shoulders back, it's easier because you're basically using momentum of your own body weight to pull you back. Remember, you're trying to mimic a chin-up pattern, which is just up and down. So we only want a slight lean back, just enough to make room for the bar. So we don't want to be back here. Okay, it's a wee bit too far. Right, so just slight lean's fine, but make sure it's consistent. So be aware that if you're tiring, that you're not starting to sort of do this to try and get the bar down, and equally you're not starting to do this to get the bar down. Okay, so the rep set finished when you cannot move the bar down the lower without losing your form position. Okay,